All right, bookworms and constant readers, welcome back to Final Girl Horror. I am your host, Chelsea. And today we have a video that was an idea of a really good friend of mine, Drew. So if you're watching, this is for you, and it's going to be about the Kindle. Before I start, I want to say sorry for missing the last two releases. I've had a lot of crap going on. I've got car problems. I've got health problems. I haven't been reading all that much. I didn't have a book ready. So that's why it's been so late. I'm hoping to return to a regular schedule. I should have my health issues taken care of in April, and car issues, they're still kind of up in the air, but it's been really stressful. It's been really hard. I graduated in December. I still do not have a job because of these issues, and it's frustrating. So I am back to reading on a regular basis. It's one thing that I have made myself do. It kind of takes my mind off of the other crap. So I'm sorry. Let's get on with today's video. I could not figure out how to get my computer video to link up with my camera video. So I'm going to have to do this all without computer imagery and showing you around the website and the different pictures like I had planned. As you can tell, I'm not in front of my bookcase. This is actually my desk where I work. But I do have notes. I do have my personal Kindle. I don't know if I've ever shown it on here or not. But that's where we're going to start. What is my experience with e-readers in general? The very first e-reader I got was the first generation Kindle. If you know anything about Kindles, it had a little keyboard at the bottom. That thing was great. It lasted me until like 6 or 8 years ago. And the only reason I got a new one was we were on a road trip or a vacation to Orlando, and I thought I had put it in the pocket of the side door, and it was actually just leaning up against the seat. And when I got out of the car, I stepped on it and broke the screen. You couldn't read it anymore. It was just total junk. So I bought the new one, which I still have. I still use. It still works great. It's almost 10 years old now. Like I said, we went on that trip like 6 or 8 years ago, and it still works fine. The case is looking a little rough. I do have a case for it. But you open it up and you get this little screen, and then you swipe it and it opens to the book that you're reading. The book that I'm currently having on here, I don't know if you can see it or not, is Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. Let me take it out of here. So, take it out. It's got a flush front. It's very thin. Not too heavy. It maybe weighs like half a pound, if that. I love it. I use it. I use it all the time, especially if I'm reading really large books. it's much easier to carry that around than a giant 2 or 3 pound, 4 pound book that is like 4 inches thick. I have also used the Nook. The Nook is put out by Barnes and Noble. I was not happy with the Nook. I had two of them. They both quit on me within a 6 month period, and I had to take them back. After the second one, I was like, all right, I'm done with the Nook. And I've stuck with Kindle. But there are others out there. I'm just going to go over the Kindle in this video because that's what I'm familiar with. So the good thing about the Kindle is there's 5 different models you can choose from. But you don't have to buy a physical Kindle. You can download the app to your tablet or your phone, and you can buy Kindle books that way, and you can read books on your phone, you can read books on your tablet, so you don't physically need the device to get into Kindle books. The other nice thing about Kindles is when using the app, you can listen to audiobooks if that's your thing. Like I said, there are 5 different models of Kindles. They range from $109, $110, it's $109.99, all the way up to $400. I'm not going to go through every one. I will leave a link in the video description on the page that will take you to show you what every Kindle does and the difference between the different models. One is a kid's model. It's waterproof. It comes with 6 months of Amazon Kids, and it comes with a durable cover. Most Kindles are 16 gigabytes. They do offer, for the Scribe, you can get a 16, 32, or 64 gigabyte. And for the Color Shift, you can get a 32 gigabyte. The battery life on them is about the same. It's anywhere from, on the low end for the basic model, it's 6 weeks. Most of them have a 12-week battery life. And then another difference is the Color Shift comes with wireless charging. It is the only Kindle that has wireless charging. Depending on the model, you can get different colors. And also what differs is screen size. So your basic one at $110 is a 6-inch screen, and all the others are 7-inch screens. And if you get the Scribe, it is a 10.2-inch screen, and it comes with a pen. This version of the Kindle is really cool because it's like a notebook and e-reader all in one. You can do annotations as you're reading the book. You can like write notes in the margin, pen notes to the book, underline, highlight, do all kinds of really cool stuff. So when it comes to the Kindle, one question I get asked all the time is, how many books will the Kindle hold? It varies. Each Kindle, even the $110 version, will hold literally thousands of books. And it really depends on the size of books that you're reading. Like, say you're a huge fantasy fan, you read a lot of Robert Jordan, Brandon Sanderson, stuff like that. Those books are massive. They're like twice the size of a regular book. You're not going to fit as many of those on a Kindle as you would, say, if you're a horror fan. And, a horror novel is 300 to 500 pages. A fantasy novel is like 600 to 1,000 plus. But a good rule of thumb to follow is when you get your device, if it's like mine is a 16 gigabyte, you're not going to get all 16 gigabytes. Some of that is used up with system memory and storage for the operating system and everything. You're going to lose 1 to 2 gigabytes for that. So if you have a 16 gigabyte, think of it as you have maybe 14 or 15 gigabytes of storage. And you can have 900 to 1,000 books per gigabyte. So you can literally walk around with a library in your pocket. The second biggest question I get when it comes to the Kindle is, how much do books cost? Now you would think, because it's not a physical copy, they save on ink, they save on paper, they save on shipping, manufacturing. It'd be a little bit cheaper. That's not the case with digital media. Like all digital media, you pay the same price as physical media. So if a new book comes out and that hardback costs $35 at Barnes & Noble, chances are the Amazon copy is going to cost you $35. Now, the older the book is, the cheaper it is. Amazon does offer a lot of free books as well. They're usually older books, a lot of classics, different things like that. But there are books that are free. So it's one thing, keep that in mind. Also, on where you might see a price difference is if the paperback is like $15, the trade paperback, but the mass market paperback is like $8. The Kindle might be right in the middle at around $10, $11. I've noticed that quite often. They do run sales. And another thing to consider, I'm just checking my notes here, is check with your public library or look online for public libraries that offer ebook service through the Kindle. This is a new thing I recently learned about. There's a lot of public libraries out there where you don't have to live in the area and you can check out a book on your Kindle. And from my understanding, there's no due dates. When you're done with it, you return it. Again, I don't know much about that. I didn't look into that a lot, but I've had a couple people tell me that that is a legitimate service. I know my local library does it because my wife told me that she did it through our local library, and it was great. She just linked her Kindle with her library account, and it allows her to check out ebooks. And one last thing about the Kindle is Amazon does offer a subscription service It's $11.99 a month. You can cancel it at any time, and it gives you access to over 4 million books and audiobooks. You can check out 20 at a time, and there's no due dates. Whenever you're done with them, you return them. And what is really interesting about this is, if you're an audiobook person, you can have this subscription service, put the app on your phone, and now you can listen to audiobooks in your car on the way to work. So that is really cool for all the people into audiobooks. One thing they have started doing, this was just recent in the past, I want to say week or so. You used to be able to go on to your Amazon account, and you used to be able to download your Amazon books onto like a personal hard drive. So you would have that digital copy for like ever. You could, keep it on your personal computer. They have done away with that. They gave their users, I believe it was the end of February. It might have been sooner than that, to download all their books. They don't allow that anymore. And this is something that has come out of this digital media people that consumers are fighting back on. The question of, is digital media really yours, even though you paid money for it? This has been going on with video games, movies, TV shows, ebooks. They are really starting to question, if you buy these things, do you really own them? And to me, that's a problem, because if I buy a movie off of Apple TV, I expect, to log into my Apple account on my laptop or my Apple TV and watch that movie whenever I want, as many times as I want. And these companies are starting to question that, if that really should be the case. And it's kind of sad that they're getting that greedy. But when it comes to the Kindle, I don't have anything bad to say about the Kindle. It's never given me any problems. It charges really fast. The battery lasts really long. I'm talking like, for me, if it's just sitting there, it will last like 2 months. If I'm using it on a daily basis, it'll last, well over a month. It has really good battery life. It doesn't take long to charge it. I like the ease and convenience of buying the books and having like a whole library in the palm of my hand. But yeah, I really tried to think of like something negative to say, and the only thing I got is, it's my complaint with all digital media. It should be cheaper than a physical copy. It should be cheaper than physical media. And that's my big complaint with. It's not just Kindle. It's anything. It's video games, music. When I buy a physical like CD, you have to manufacture that CD. You have to ship that CD to the store that I bought it. There's a lot of work that goes into the liner notes and all the packaging and everything. You have to pay for all that. I get that. But if I go online and I buy that same album, but it's a digital copy, it should be cheaper. There's no packaging, there's no manufacturing. Books are the same way. Movies, the same way. I don't have a case, I don't have a disc. I don't have anything that I can hold in my hand that the company, had to manufacture or make to get it to me. That's my biggest complaint. That's the only complaint I have with a Kindle. I would recommend the Kindle to anybody. And that's all I have for you on this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment below, what's your favorite e-reader? What do you use? What do you like about e-readers? What do you don't like? Are there questions that you have about an Amazon Kindle that I didn't answer? Let's talk about it in the comments. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell so you know when new videos come out. I am currently reading Dresden Files book, and I am finishing up Les Mis. The next video that you all will see will be a top 10 list, my first top 10 list of the channel. It is another video brought to you by my good friend Drew. If I didn't mention it before, thank you, Drew. You are an awesome friend. You're one of the few friends that stuck with me when I decided to transition. We have went to school together. We've worked together. I miss seeing you, miss hanging out. But yeah, we're going to do a top 10 list on things people do to books that drive me insane. So stay tuned for that. That will be up in 2 weeks. And then we'll be back to some book reviews. So until next time, read more books.